it show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home.
What is good, Osiris here, stuck in the middle. Thanks for joining. I did not actually take a trip with my 2.5-year-old like I thought. I was going to say, here's my experience on the plane with him having to be masked, but he got that respiratory syncytial virus that's going around, so we stayed home. I didn't do any videos over the weekend. I'm seeing more and more of these blackout flags, the American flag, but in all black. These are not the Blue Lives Matter flags or any of these other variations. This is the flag where it's a very serious meaning, no quarter given. You can go ahead and Google that. I'm not going to get into more details of it, but what the basic point of it is, it represents an escalation. And it represents a serious sign of people feeling disrespected by their country and neglected by their country to the point where they feel threatened by their own country.
America is asleep right now, so let me try to come wake y'all up a little bit. Good morning. Wear your mask. Get you're saving lives. Let's restore the world. In less than a year, you were whipped into submission. You were told when you could leave your house, how much food you could buy. You were given rations on water and essential care. You were told not to go to church, not to see your family. They took the gyms away from you, then told you that you couldn't go to the parks, the trails, or the playgrounds. Yet, the largest corporations like Walmart and Amazon remained open. You got permission to grocery shop with 1,200 other people, but not attend a funeral of 50. They dangled your freedom over your heads after they bio 5% of the country. They made you wait for $600, $1,200, $1,400 of your own money to hush you up, just as you almost crossed the poverty line and made you feel appreciated. They whipped you into mind control and made you need them. Now you need a vaccine. Soon you won't be able to get or keep your job without it or travel. This was all prophesied, but you don't read your Bible, so you can't recognize what the beast system looks like. Wake up. There's
a price for everything that's happening. You're seeing nurses being fired in New York, and the government's trying not to, and many businesses are trying not to do religious exceptions. There are some good news. There are some wins in the court system on that, because that's the Constitution. The United States government does not get to decide what religion is okay or not. That's a fundamental, objective part of the Constitution that cannot be trampled. If we are to still have a country, of course. But other rights have been trampled, so don't get me wrong. I think that's very possible that it would be. But right now, there are a lot of good wins in the court system. But when you're booting people out of the military, Navy SEALs, from Navy SEALs to airmen, nurses, truck drivers, police, firemen.
Are we terminated? Is that what you said?
No.
Eddie, you said we're terminated?
Pardon?
Did you say that we were terminated?
Your access has been denied.
Are we
And
terminated?
yes, ma'am, you are.
So you're firing us.
Effective 9/1. You are off payroll effective 9/1.
Are you firing us?
I will not answer your specific questions. I have told you what I'm going to
But I
say.
have not quit. So am I being fired?
You are being terminated.
Can work through a whole pandemic with no being brave. God will forgive me. Because I'm being forced to do this.
There's a cost to this. And I'm not going to argue whether it's right or wrong in this video. I just want everyone that agrees with these things that are happening or disagrees, understand there is a cost for this escalation, this purge that's happening in our nation right now. You're creating disaffected Americans of all walks of life. These are people who didn't vote at all, people who voted for Biden, people who didn't, and you see across all industries and spectrums.
Okay, so apparently I have everybody up in their fields because I made a post about flying a black American flag, also called a blackout flag. People are so quick to aggression, they immediately assumed I was a Trump supporter. So I deleted the post and I'm going to upload this video instead. I am not flying a black American flag because I'm a Trump supporter. I don't support Biden either. I don't support any of the candidates. Hell, I barely even support the government because they're all corrupt. A black American flag is used when in hostile territory. You know, they don't want the colors to give them away. In all honesty, I'm starting to feel like America's hostile territory. I mean, look at the state of things. We have riots and protests that burn cities. We may or may not have a massive case of voter. Our country is at each other's throats over race and politics. All in all, our country just looks really weak right now. But instead of running around like a fucking idiot and setting shit on fire, I'm just gonna fly a blackout flag. But I love you all, and you guys stay safe out there.
It is a severe escalation, and I'm seeing more of these flags popping up. I want to end with this. It's very similar to the non-compliance take. If you are in an area, like if you are in Washtenaw County, Michigan, that is not an area where I would suggest flying the black flag, the no quarter flag. You are surrounded by heavy blue with heavy power. So I don't recommend flying that flag unless you really know what your plan is, because there is value to not outing yourself as this, and this has nothing to do with Trump. People are throwing so much disinformation in out there. Maybe some of them are Trump supporters, but they're not putting that black flag out there because of Trump. Just get that clear. This is about, be clear on that. This is about the government not respecting where they're at and disrespecting rights. And we see things that are not truth. We see things that are not fair. And that's where that's coming from. But I would say there's value to keeping yourself blended in until there is a plan. I do not recommend outing yourself unless, some people might be in rural areas or areas where there's a lot of people who agree with that. But if you think that flying that black flag in an area where no one else is flying it is good, and you get all this attention, negative attention, maybe some positive, I don't recommend it, because that means you're not in the right area for people to support your views. So give that a thought. Let me know what you think. Thanks a lot. Take care.
Don't call me black no more. Call me American. Call me American. That shit is making us racist. That shit is arrogant. That shit is arrogant. Don't call him white no more. Call him American. Call him American. American. That shit is making us racist. That shit is arrogant. Arrogant. Don't call me black no more. Call me American. Call me American. That shit is making us racist. That is arrogant. That is arrogant. Don't call him white no more. Call him American. Call him American. American. That shit is making us racist. That is arrogant. Arrogant. Don't call me black no more. Call me American. Call me American. That is making us racist. That is arrogant. Pull up in a Jag. I ain't got to brag. Y'all done have feel. Okay. I ain't got a flag. I got my stripes being in the field. Okay. Arm strong. I ain't got to play ball to take a kneel. Okay. All of us built this, now we gotta heal. Okay, I brown, I blue. That don't mean I frown you. That don't mean I down you. That don't mean I clown you. All them colors made up anyway. All the races paid up anyway. Divide and conquer, that's what they did. And through that we came up anyway. So anyway, please don't call me black no more. Call me American. Call me American. That is making us racist. That is arrogant. That is arrogant. Don't call him white no more. Call him American. Call him American. American. That is making us racist. That is arrogant. Arrogant. Don't call me black no more. Call me American. Call me American. That is making us racist. That is arrogant. Arrogant. Full of prosperity and never had a chance to be a lot of me. And even when I wanna be the side of me that people gotta see to fit a little bit of comfort that they get around a lot of peeps of the same color, of the same creed. Seeing how we all come from overseas for a different reason. Still we gotta lead by example. I can feel the separation and it's getting worse. And it's getting worse. I just think we need to have a conversation about the way we see each other, cause it hurts. Everybody in between, top, bottom, left, right, corner to corner. We raised here and we stayed here. Addressed by ethnicity, man. Together we stronger. Don't call me black no more. Call me American. Call me American. That is making us racist. That is arrogant. That is arrogant. Don't call him white no more. Call him American. Call him American. American. That is making us racist. That is arrogant. Arrogant. Don't call me black no more. Call me American. Call me American. That is making us racist. That is arrogant. Arrogant. Don't call me black no more. Call me American. Call me American. That is making us racist. That is arrogant. That is arrogant. Don't call them white no more. Call them American. Call them American. American. That is making us racist. That is arrogant. Arrogant.